You know what I've always wondered? You can pull up any sportsbook and get odds on any athlete in any sport in the world. Odds Rory wins another major. Odds LeBron goes for 22. But what about me? What about us? What are the odds I break 90 golfing on Saturday? What's the over-under on me scoring 12.5 points in my Thursday night rec basketball league? Why can we only bet on professionals? That is why I built SideAction, so us nobodies can finally have odds on ourselves and be part of the fun. Stick around for a complete guide for you and your friends on how to use SideAction, because bets are better with friends. Before we do anything else, the first thing you want to do when you download SideAction is set up your profile and add your friends. This is the most important step. Go to your profile, search for your friends by username or email, and send them a request. Once they accept, you can start creating custom bets. I'd recommend doing this before you first bet, since you'll need an approver. Get your crew in the app, get everyone connected, then the fun starts. Your profile will have a personal scoreboard for you. Credits earned, credits wagered, win rate, and bets settled. Your credit balance lives here too. New accounts get a starting balance on us, but if you ever need more, you can purchase them from the credits store right through the app. And of course, you have settings here. You can change your username, upload a new photo, notifications, and you have all kinds of rules and legal down here for you. All right, now that you're set up and your friends are in, let's talk about how to actually create a bet and use the app. To see the flow of the app, we need to first start by creating a bet. We'll head on down here to the plus screen button and hit new bet. Here we can draft anything that we want to bet on with our friends. So we'll do something pretty common here. Over under food arrival, 6:15 p.m. And there we can create any description or optional details that we want. Then we'll go ahead and add in the outcomes and odds. Over, under. Over 6:15, yeah, my food's usually late. We'll say it's minus 150. Early, very rare. Let's make it plus 200. And if you want to add a club where it's private and only people in that club can place bets on it, you can do that. And then we move to the select approvers. This is one of the things that I am most proud of in SideAction. And once I explain it, you'll never wonder why it's there again. Here's a problem it solves. Let's say you and your buddy make a bet. You think you agreed on the terms, but later when it's time to settle up, suddenly you remember it differently. The odds are different, the rules are different, whatever. The argument kills the fun every time. So here's how SideAction handles it. When you create a bet, it doesn't go live immediately. It sits in a pending state until the other person actually reviews the terms and approves them. Both of you have to shake hands on it before a single credit moves. So there's no, I didn't agree to that, because you literally did. It's right there. And it works the same way on the back end too. When the event is over and it's time to settle, you have the option where both people have to approve the outcome. Keeps everything honest. There's no house, no referee, no he said, she said. Just two people who agreed on something. That is the whole philosophy of SideAction. The approval system is what makes SideAction honest, fair, and real. So from here, we're going to go ahead and select our approver. Bet closure time. We're going to select the time. Obviously, you want it done before the event takes place because you don't want people trying to place bets during or even after the outcome has been decided. So always mark it before the event starts. And here's the require settlement approval. It's optional. Sometimes you don't need to do it. If you're with your friends right in front of you, you guys agree on the odds, right then and there, they don't need to approve the outcome, but you have it there just in case. This will help settle any disputes. And the visibility, pretty straightforward there. So we'll go ahead and create the bet. From here, you'll see the pending approval. This account will have to approve it. So let's see how that looks like. And here we are in the other account. You'll see the alert bubble here under my bets showing that I have a bet to approve. If I want to deny it, it'll go back to the creator and they'll be able to edit it, send it back for approval, and you can do that as many times as you want until you get it right. So we're good with this. We're going to hit approve. And from there, then you head over to the feed and you will see that it is live and well and ready to bet on. Now, once you have more than one bet created, you then have the ability to create a parlay. Same deal. Head on down to the green plus. Hit new parlay. Here it lists all the available bets that you've created, which you can create into a parlay. So we'll start from the top. Over under, Frank's golf round, score of A7.5. Well, let's go under. This next one's a work bet. Who asked the question first? Katie, Andrew, Vito, Frank? We'll go with Katie, easy money. And then there's our food arrival time. We'll take the over. From here, it generates a parlay for you. These are all 3 legs, the odds, the total combined odds that it'll give you, and then our stake amount. So we'll go ahead and place a bet of 300. Here it will tell you the potential profit and the total payout. Thing to note on the stake amount, if it's less than 10, you won't be allowed to place a bet. Minimum has to be 10 credits. Same on the opposite end. If you do a bet of over 500, let's say 566, it's going to tell you right away, max stake is 500. Please lower your stake. Why? To try to minimize any attempt at cheating. So back to 300 we go. And there you have it. And there's our card. You'll see we have an active bet going right now, so it falls under active under my bets, which we'll get into here a little bit. Now let me show you the side bet feature, because this one's a little different. Side bet is a direct one-on-one wager where you act as the house. You're putting your own credits on the line to back a claim against your opponent. Same approval system applies. You set the terms, send it to your opponent. They have to approve before anything goes live. And when the outcome is settled, both people approve the result and the credits move automatically. So first off, we're going to select who we're going to challenge. Here's our opponent. What's the bet? Let's just say, I bet you won't make this putt. I'm going to give you 2-to-1 odds, which is plus 200, and I'm going to stake 100. The payout preview is going to show you how it works. If underdog wins, you lose 200 credits. If underdog loses, underdog only loses 100 credits. I'm risking 200 to win 100. They're risking 100 to potentially win 200. Once it's all set, I'll hit send side bet, and same deal, side bet sent, storing here in the pending approval section. Once the bet is settled, whoever wins, the credits get dispersed, and it comes from the opponent or the underdog's bank. It doesn't come from thin air. It comes directly from their own credits. All right, so now that you know how to create a bet, let me show you how the app is actually laid out and where everything lives. When you're in the main feed, this is your social hub. You can see all open bets that are eligible to bet on. You can see what your friends are up to and what bets they've placed, whether they've won or lost, and how much they've wagered. Clubs, you'll see all your clubs listed here if you're more than one. And then ranks, how do you stack up against your friends? Win percentage, profit, good way to get some bragging rights. Now let's jump over to My Bets, because this is where you'll spend most of your time. My Bets is your personal command center. Open are all bets that you've created and that are open. You go into each one of them. Here is where you'll be able to edit them, which is only title and close date. You can't change any of the odds after it's been approved. Pending, any bets you've created that are pending approval. Active, what bets do you have active right now? History, where you can see all the bets that you've placed and the results from them. Lastly, clubs. Going to clubs, you'll be able to see anything that's been in there if you have anything. You also have total wagered, total earned, and your win rate up here. Then up here we have a how to play button. This is general directions to explain the app for any newbies out there. Now we'll head over to the rewards. Use any of the credits that you earn to purchase profit boosts. What are profit boosts? They increase your potential earnings on normal bets and parlays. You can apply them at the bet screen and they'll maximize your returns. You can buy up to 10%, 25%, and 50% profit boosts with your earned credits. And those are the basics you need to know to use the app. SideAction is available right now in the App Store. Links in the description. If you like it, please rate it and leave a review. I'd really appreciate that. If you try it out, drop a comment below with the bet you made with your friends. And if you want to see more, follow along. I'll be putting out updates as new features drops, as well as videos to show examples of how to use the app. Thanks for watching, and enjoy using this with your friends.